Hello, orchid lovers. It is so nice to meet you again. Today, I am very happy to continue sharing experiences and stories from my small but loving orchid garden. This is an orchid I bought cheaply from a nursery. After the flowers fade, the orchid enters a weakened stage. Coupled with improper care, the plant is attacked by insects, leading to rot appearing in the leaf tips. You can see that even without any intervention, the dark green leaves still fall off the main stem. This is a sign that the tree's condition is really serious. When encountering such a situation, the most important thing is that you must stay calm to handle it. The first step to do is to immediately remove the rotten leaves to avoid spreading to the healthy parts of the plant. If not removed promptly, the pathogen will quickly spread to other parts of the plant, making the condition more serious and possibly even leading to the death of the plant. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so you don't miss any useful videos for your orchid garden. It's great to have you along on the journey. Remove all soft, rot-prone areas from the trunk to prevent the disease from spreading and allow the tree to recover. Although the outside is rotten, the inside is still healthy. This is an important foundation for the tree to recover and continue to grow. In contrast to the weakened leaves, the plant's roots are very healthy, showing the potential to recover and grow if properly cared for. Although the roots are growing well, to prevent risks, we should still separate the old pot to carefully check each part of the roots inside, making sure there are no potential pathogens. Leave a comment to let me know what country you are from. It's great that we can connect and chat together all over the world. Indeed, we still cannot avoid finding some roots that have rotted, become soft and hollow inside. Using a pair of sharp, sterilized scissors, carefully trim away any damaged roots, making sure to leave only healthy roots so the plant can recover. Withered flower stalks should also be cut off, both to reduce the burden on the plant and to limit the risk of disease development. After pruning the damaged roots and leaves, we will clean the tree with clean water, gently remove dirt and debris, help the tree to be airy and reduce the risk of disease attack. When the tree is well ventilated and clean, the roots will absorb water and nutrients more easily, reducing the risk of disease and creating favorable conditions for the tree to recover and grow healthily again. Here I use 1 liter of clean water. The first ingredient I use to care for and prevent diseases in orchids is baking soda. I use 1 teaspoon of baking soda dissolved in 1 liter of clean water, creating enough solution to spray on the leaves and stems of the plant, helping to safely control mold and bacteria for orchids. After stirring, let it rest for 15 minutes before using. After 15 minutes, the active ingredients in the water have stabilized. I will use it to care for the orchid. Use a large pot. Then place all the roots of the orchid inside. Then pour baking soda water in and soak all the roots and orchid substrate in it. This helps disinfect and kill some types of fungi and bacteria that cause root rot and soft rot. At the same time, this solution also helps neutralize the acidity in the substrate, creating a more airy and clean environment for the root system to develop. To help orchids absorb maximum nutrients from baking soda, I added the method of wiping the solution directly onto the leaves. Wiping the leaves not only helps clean the leaves of dirt, increasing the efficiency of photosynthesis, but also helps the solution come into direct contact with the leaf surface, maximizing the ability to resist fungi and bacteria. This method also allows us to check the condition of each leaf, detect early signs of abnormalities such as disease spots or rot for timely treatment. After wiping, I inserted another cup into the base and soaked it for 1 hour. Next ingredient, I used 3 roses to make organic fertilizer for orchids. We remove the flower stem and keep only the petals and stamens. Nutrients and natural compounds from roses have the ability to stimulate the growth of roots and shoots while enhancing the plant's resistance, thereby promoting the recovery process of orchids. Then we put the separated rose petals into the blender. Next, add about 500 milliliters of clean water to support the grinding process. And at the same time, help dissolve the nutrients from the rose petals, creating a natural solution for orchid care. Next step, we filter out the residue, keeping only the rose essence solution, making the solution clearer and easier to absorb when used for orchids. The next ingredient I used was vitamin B1. I used 3 vitamin B1 tablets dissolved directly into rose water solution. Next, I added 500 milliliters of clean water to the mixture, which helps to completely dissolve vitamin B1 and dilute the solution so that the orchid can easily absorb it without nutritional shock. After about 1 hour of soaking, we gently lift the orchid out of the solution to proceed with the next care steps. Next, I will use a nutrient solution combined from roses and vitamin B1 to care for the orchid. Use a soft cotton pad soaked in the nutrient solution, then gently wipe evenly on both sides of the orchid leaves. Wipe the top surface of the leaves to remove dirt, helping to absorb light better, thereby increasing the efficiency of photosynthesis. Meanwhile, the underside of the leaves, where many stomata are concentrated, will absorb nutrients faster, while increasing the ability to exchange gas and water vapor. Thanks to the even care of both sides of the leaves, the orchid is not only green and healthy, but also has better resistance to fungi and harmful insects. Next step, I will pour the nutrients into the big cup from before. Then we put the orchid in and soak the roots and orchid substrate in it for 30 minutes to help the plant absorb maximum nutrients. I will use the remaining nutrients to care for other orchid pots in the garden. First, I use the leaf wiping method to care for the plant. Roses provide natural compounds that help fight bacteria, clean and keep leaves fresh, while vitamin B1 stimulates metabolism, helping plants recover and grow strongly. When wiping on the top of the leaves, dirt is removed, light is absorbed better, increasing photosynthesis efficiency. When wiping on the underside, where many stomata are concentrated, nutrients easily penetrate deep into leaf tissue, helping plants quickly absorb and promote their effects. Another way is to put the nutrient solution in a spray bottle, then spray it evenly over the entire orchid plant. When sprayed into a fine mist, the solution easily covers the leaves, stems, and roots, helping the plant absorb nutrients quickly. The mist also helps increase the surrounding humidity, creating a cool environment close to the natural conditions of orchids in the forest. This method is especially useful when taking care of many orchid pots at the same time, saving time and helping the entire orchid garden to grow evenly and lushly, limiting the risk of insects and fungal diseases. Another method is to directly water this nutrient solution into the roots and substrate. This method nourishes the plant from the inside. The roots are where water and nutrients are mainly absorbed, so when the nutrients seep into the substrate, they will quickly enter the roots, stimulating the growth of young roots, increasing the ability to absorb moisture and minerals. At the same time, this solution also helps disinfect the substrate, limit the hiding of fungi, and create a clean environment for root development. After spraying nutrients, remember to use a soft cloth to dry the remaining drops of solution on the leaves. If the fertilizer is left for too long, it can easily leave a layer of residue, blocking the stomata and hindering the gas exchange process. When dried properly, the orchid leaves can fully absorb nutrients while maintaining a clean, shiny surface, helping the plant to be healthy and photosynthesize more effectively. During this period, we move the plant to a more airy and light place for it to grow. After about 30 minutes of soaking, we take the orchid out. At this point, the plant has absorbed enough necessary nutrients and is ready to be planted in a new substrate. As for the growing medium, I use pine bark. Before adding the pine bark, I will put a few small pieces of foam at the bottom of the pot. This method helps create ventilation, limits water stagnation, thereby protecting the orchid roots to stay dry and healthy. After placing the orchid neatly in the center of the pot, we proceed to insert pine bark evenly around the roots. With its porous, fast-draining properties but still maintaining moderate humidity, pine bark helps the orchid roots stay airy, minimizing the risk of waterlogging and root rot. In addition, during the slow decomposition process, pine bark also provides a small amount of organic nutrients, supporting the natural growth of the plant. When inserted evenly around the base, pine bark not only firmly fixes the plant, but also creates an environment close to the living conditions of orchids in nature, helping the plant grow healthily and bloom more beautifully. After planting, I will cover the surface of the substrate with a thin layer of moss. This layer of moss has a natural moisture retention effect, helping the orchid roots not dry out too quickly while creating a cool environment close to the natural living conditions of the orchid. Next, I will spray a light mist to moisturize the plant. Regular misting every 2 days will help the leaves and roots of the plant always be provided with the necessary moisture, avoiding the condition of drying out during the stage when the plant is newly replanted. In addition, misting also helps create a cool environment, limiting the growth of dirt and insects on the leaves. Then we put the plant in a well-ventilated place with soft light for the plant to gradually recover. After 1 month of recovery, the orchid has had clear and positive changes. The leaves become green and shiny, darker green and more glossy, indicating that the plant has overcome the weakening stage. The new roots begin to grow white, plump, and healthy, showing that the plant has absorbed nutrients well and the growing environment is suitable. In particular, a new shoot has sprouted close to the base of the tree. This is a very encouraging sign, showing that the orchid is not only recovering well, but is also ready to enter a new growth cycle. At this stage, I also prepare nutrients from roses combined with vitamin B1 to care for the plant. This combination not only helps the orchid recover faster after a period of weakness, but also stimulates the root system to grow strongly, increase resistance, and nourish new shoots. Thanks to that, the orchid will have enough nutritional foundation to grow well and soon produce healthy and beautiful flowers. The remaining nutrients after spraying on the leaves, I will use to water directly into the growing medium. This method helps the orchid roots absorb nutrients comprehensively from below, while maintaining stable humidity for the growing environment. Then we will lift the plant out and put it back into the ideal environment for the plant to continue growing. After 2 months of persistent care, the orchid has clearly transformed. The young leaves growing from the base become greener and greener. The leaves are thicker and stronger, creating a feeling of vitality. The new roots grow more and more, white, healthy, and shiny, proving that the plant has completely adapted to the new substrate. The old roots have now turned dark green, larger and stronger than before. These roots penetrate deep into the substrate, clinging tightly and absorbing nutrients to nourish the entire plant. This is a very positive sign, proving that the orchid is not only recovering but also growing strongly, with the root system providing a solid foundation for the leaves and new shoots. Hopefully, with perseverance and proper care, you will have more healthy and blooming orchids in your small garden. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that I have more motivation to share more good techniques on growing and caring for orchids. See you in the next videos.